G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel Bonsai Works. As I mentioned in my previous videos that I was going to have a sale in November, so if been following me for a while, here's the start of the sale. So I'll start off with more younger material and work my way up to display exhibition quality trees, which are real specimen trees. But this is there's a range of trees for everyone pretty much. I'm hoping everyone's interested and keen. First off is a Japanese maple. You've seen in my channel quite a bit. I've actually featured this quite a few times in the maple series, the young maples. So this is young maple. It's had a bit of a trunk chop, which is healing really well. I've got this branch just to grow and heal this wound quicker, and it's healing really well. If I just, it looks really good underneath. It's a nice little, got nice nabari, nice little semi-cascade, nice tree for someone starting out. So these numbers here, they indicate obviously the list of trees that I'm going to have for sale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, blah, blah. And there's a price list associated with this. So if you want to see the price list, just email me and I'll send it through to you. It's much easier doing it that way. And if it's not on the list, that means it's sold. So email me at bonsaiworks@gmail.com and you'll get the list. So this is the first tree, tree number 1, Japanese maple, semi-cascade style, young material, really good nabari, doing good. So here's tree number 2, it's the Japanese maple, nice small leaf one, actually is quite pretty. It's featured also in my channel for quite a few times. I think the front's somewhere where I just indicated, but it's a very nice natural looking style. There's lots of different options for fronts on this tree. It looks pretty cool. I'll just give you height from the top of the pot to the thing is about 50 centimeters high. The bar is about 10, so that's roughly what the tree is, so about 50 centimeters high from the tip of the pot to there. Alright, so number 2. Here is another Japanese maple. However, this is the red bark. I think they call it coral bark. There's another name for it, but I can't remember what it was. But you can see the red bark on there. This has come from a parent tree that I own in my garden that I've air laid, and it's a nice little tree. Needs some work, needs some development, maybe change the angle or the planting angle. But it's the red bark coral maple, so it's a bit unusual, a bit more rare. It's on its own rootstock as well, which is really rare. It's not grafted, so that's the next one. Oops, that was number 3, kind of dropped. So number 3 there. Measurements, it's only a small tree, probably 40 centimeters in height, so nothing huge, but it's a nice little starter material. Here is another Japanese maple, red bark, coral maple, much nicer piece, a bit taller. I haven't really cut off anything, but in this one you can see how nice the red bark is against the leaves. This is quite a beautiful one. It's actually got a pretty good nabari. It's a very tall tree. I didn't want to cut it, but it's irrelevant. So it's about 60 centimeters roughly. We cut the tops off, but I didn't want to cut it just yet. Let the owner do it. Just trim back, but nice red bark. Nice nabari as well on this one. Nabari is quite wide for a little Japanese maple, about 6 to 7 centimeter nabari, so it's pretty good on this one. Again, on its own rootstock, air laid, really nice from a parent tree. Nice tree, number 4. Alright, and item number 5 is a very fat, nice, big fat base olive. The nabari is pretty much about 15 centimeters wide, that really nice big wide base. It's actually got multiple fronts. It's actually got not a bad choice of where you want to look at. It's got a lot of small leaves, which is great for an olive. Again, nice base, nice big front, nice big fat tree. Just needs a bit more styling, trimming up, etc. I think this is a nice Japanese pot too that it's in, so pretty real good. It's a roundish pot, big fat nabari. As I said, can barely get my hand around it all the way. Can't actually, but yeah. Item number 5, olive. Here is a lovely juniper communis. It's not a Shimpaku or a procumbens nano or anything like that. It's more of a weeping style juniper communis. I have featured this on my channel before. The feature is this beautiful trunk, lovely, muscular, and you can see the live veins and dead veins. It's actually coming along really well. Give you an idea of height. The height's quite small, maybe 35 centimeters in height. And then the bar is pretty cool as well, probably about all the way across, probably about 10 to 15. The whole Nabari, pretty good. Trunks about 8 centimeters, so really lovely, kind of very low growing, looks very ancient and mature. Quite a bit of deadwood work, just cleaning up gins, etc. if you wanted to do that. The back looks pretty good too, so good angles on all sides. It's a much older tree, juniper communis, known more as. Easy to, grows prolifically, like really shoots out, just need to control the growth a bit more. It's been fully wired, fully styled. It's just building the pads now. You just got to work on building the pads on this tree. Really old tree, really quite nice. Number 6. Alright, so here's the first of the Shimpaku junipers. You know, I love Shimpakus. This is a tree that I have featured, and I've done a video on restyling this tree into a literati kind of Shimpaku juniper. It's really quite nice. Just needs a bit of time to develop. A lot of the angles are beautiful now. Before it was very straight and ugly. Now I've got a lot more curves on it. I'll give you a spin around. You see the gin at the back. This is a nice little tree to continue developing its structure. The pads are there, we just need to fill them out. Just needs time to fill out. Probably the best features is this magnificent trunk. Twisted, gin, shari, there's a bit of shari, gins at the back. Really nice tree. Again, just needs time to develop. Height-wise, from the rim of the pot to the top is 38 centimeters from the base, from here. The Nabari right across is about 14-15 centimeters, so pretty much fills the pot, the Nabari. The trunk width about there is about 8 centimeters, so pretty nice. So tree number 7, Shimpaku juniper, literati style. Have a look at my videos on my channel where I've restyled this tree. It wasn't that long ago either. It's looking really good, nice and healthy foliage, good to go. Alright, number 7. Tree number 8 is a very large lily pilly. This is also featured on my videos, and I've done a restyle of this tree. It's really coming along, new growth, pushing everywhere. Nice, healthy, brand new growth. Totally restyled, really nice tree. Nice bit of gin here. Nice big pot. The pot has a crack at the back here, but it's really just a grow pot for me. So it's really about the tree. Give you some dimensions before I give it a spin. The Nabari and the trunk. Well, that trunk there is almost 20 centimeters wide, and the height from the tip of the pot is 65 centimeters high. Here, give you a spin around. This is a big tree. This just needs a bit of time to again develop and fill out, and you'll make a beautiful little, beautiful big broom style kind of natural looking lily pilly, the way they naturally grow, not a left right back kind of thing tree, but this is very much a deciduous tree. Really big Nabari. Tree number 8. These are just business cards, so you can see the size comparison. So just little business cards there. Other than that, very healthy. All this new growth is pushing really well, which is what you want to see, and it just needs time again. So someone needs to develop this, build up the branching, build up all the pads and flow, and it'll be a good tree. Alright, here's a really beautiful piece. This is a blue cedar. Absolutely the tiniest little buds on that. Tiny little thing. Look at my fingernail. It's just absolutely so small, so tiny. This has been featured on my channel as well, where I restyled into a cascade. You can see the beauty of this tree. Probably can see close up of those tiniest little buds. They've all popped for this year. They look so small and excellent. So that's the back of it. Come back round. Beautiful tree. This old trunk, really old, nice trunk here. This is just, yeah. Best thing about it is the tiniest little buds on this cedar. What's the length? The length of the cascade, well, the height's pretty small. It's probably about 25 centimeters in height from the base of the tree. Out to the cascade, about 55 in length from this part here to the end of the cascade. The trunk's a decent size, about 9 centimeters wide, so pretty old tree, pretty old trunk, but yeah, it's a beauty. All fully wide, fully styled. Just needs, to set in place now, really. Other than that, it's a beautiful little tree. Best feature is the tiniest buds, and it's a blue cedar. Alright guys, number 9. So item number 10 is this huge group of spruces. Now these are nice spruces, not the Pisceae ibis, but the real good spruce. You see the nice healthy foliage. It's a massive 3-trunk group that I've put together. It's been on my channel for quite a bit, and you can see the healthy new growth everywhere. The old trunk, look how old that is. These were grown about 35 years ago from seed, these trunks. This is a beautiful old group. Now the height of from the base of those trunks to the tip of that tallest tree is 1.1 meters, and the width from that end over here to all the way over there is actually 1.5 meters. So this is a real showpiece in your garden if you want to have some really beautiful featured tree. This is it. Again, it's a spruce, really healthy. That's all the new foliage popped out this year, all fully styled and wide. It's on my channel. Have a look of me redoing this tree, restyling it. Yeah, number 10, item number 10. Have a go. Okay, and yes, I have one of my little mini Shimpakus on for sale. Number 11. I'll just let that go because I can't really put it anywhere. So number 11, the little mini Shimpaku. This is probably the only tree I can ship interstate if someone from interstate is keen. Beautiful dead wood on one side. It's actually got 2 nice fronts. This is another good front, but I'll leave that to the owner to decide which one they like. It's an absolute little ripper. Lots of age, lots of dead wood, twisted, all lime sulphur, nice and clean. So really interesting tree here, and then a beautiful little natural semi-cascade look. It's quite old, quite interesting. It's the only little Shimpaku I'm going to sell. I really find it hard to part with these guys, but I've got enough to look after right now. This is the one I'll let go. So pretty rare opportunity. Nice sales pitch. Very rare opportunity to get a little Shimpaku like this. Again, just needs a bit of detail, probably just needs a bit more detailed refinement work in the pads. That's all it really needs. It's all set and ready to go, so it just needs refinement now. Little ripper for a Shohin stand as well. So again, number 11, little mini Shimpaku, really top little tree. Measurements, in terms of width, it's actually pretty long from that end to that end, it's 30 centimeters. But from the tip of the pot to there, it's only about 14 centimeters, but it's just that width is a bit long there, so about 30, surprisingly, from the gin to the end. Nice little pot it's into. Really good little tree. Alright guys, number 11. Now I did promise to sell this tree in my previous videos. It's a beautiful trident maple, beautiful little sized tree for the size of the trunk. Number 12, I'm just going to move the number so I can show you the nabari and the base of this tree. That full nabari is over 20 centimeters in width, but the tree's only not even 35 centimeters high. So 20 base, 35 high. Really awesome little tree. I did promise I was going to sell this. This is one of the best feature trees of this lot that I'm going to do. You see the width of the nabari there, the width of the trunk, how small it is. Just needs a bit more time to fill in certain areas. But the back's looking nice and full and healthy. Just got to get a few of these branches to really come out here and get a bit more fuller. But really starting to look nice and full. Beautiful little trident maple. Nabari is pretty bloody amazing. Probably the best feature of the tree is the nabari. There is a wound at the back that's healing quite well. That was just a trunk chop many years ago, but it's healing well, and it shouldn't be a problem. But that's about it. That's really the tree in a nutshell. This nabari is what you're really after. With the height of the tree, there's not much more you need to, in terms of structure, you need to do. It's just purely getting all the foliage, trimming back, getting the ramification happening. But this is a brilliantly grown little tree, even if I say so myself. But it's definitely a feature, and it's number 12. So this is item number 13. It's a very large trident maple. It's on my channel before. The nabari is over 30 centimeters that is, wide. Huge trunk, really big tree. Width, height's 80 centimeters, so a bit over 30 wide, 80 high. It's purely now developing all the foliage pads and the branching. I'll give it a spin so you can see the work that's been involved on getting this tree ready. Got branches at the back trying to make it more deciduous looking. That's a big drip cut off. I have been able to approach graft a branch here that I needed, so I've approach grafted from the back, and that's done well over the years. and I'm healing a wound in the back there. But it's a beautiful big trident maple. If you ever want to own a big trident maple, there it is. Look, it's my whole hand's around it, you know. So that's how big it is. Number 13, beautiful tree. Again, just needs time to fill in. Starting to really get nice pads in here. Trying to get nice development into a rounded crown. The back area is filling out nicely into a more deciduous looking tree, which I like. Having some trunks at the back would be awesome. Really beautiful. It's another real specimen tree. Really, really shows off. A great trident maple, and great tree to show off in your yard as well. Alright, number 13. So here is number 14. It's that huge juniper that I recently did a video on. It is for sale, as I mentioned. Number 14. Have a look at the video. It's only like a couple back, so you can see really latest version. It's a massive tree. It's a magnificent show quality tree. Goes straight in an exhibition. Beautiful feature tree in a garden. Juniper procumbens, I believe. The width and height, just give you some, I think, pretty sure I measured last time. It's about 90 high from the base of the pot. The width is over 1 metre, pretty confident. Yeah, it's about 110 all up. So you probably, with the pot, probably need 1 metre clearance. Very, very tall, very nice. Really healthy, nice healthy foliage, nice healthy tree. What else can I say? Really, it's just a showpiece. Fantastic tree to show off and make it look wonderful in the garden. Beautiful tree. Alright guys, any questions on this one I'm happy to answer, but have a look at the video. It shows you all the detail of me working on this tree and how it's come up really a treat. Alright, now this is a special tree. Best to last. It's a root over rock, root on the rock trident maple in a Japanese vintage pot from the 1980s, imported. Number 15. This is a magnificent old trident maple. Very, very rare to get a tree like this. Incredibly rare. I'll show, give you a little spin. It's got so many good fronts, you don't know which one to choose almost. It's that good of a tree. Probably so many options. So many options. Could be that. Could be in there. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful tree. Probably in there. I'll just give you measurements. I mean, it's hard to give you measurements other than the height, which is about 60 centimeters. With the rock and the dabari, it's like about 25. But this is absolutely super old. You can see this is the best feature of the tree. How it's all hugging the rock. That rock's not moving anywhere. Into a vintage Japanese pot, drum pot. Very rare to get a tree like this. Incredibly rare. So it's up for sale. So item number 15. Happy bidding. I'll just get rid of some weeds. But very, very nice tree. Really top end. You know, really top end tree for your collection. It's just pretty much just keeping this maintained. It's that good. Just keep trimming it, trimming it. That's all you need to do on it. Lovely tree. Alright everyone, so that's pretty much the trees I have for sale this time around. First in, best dressed, I guess. Whoever gets in first gets them. Happy to have a chat to you about any of them if you're interested. Need a decent sized car for some of the trees. Pretty big, but the only one I can ship is that little Shimpaku mini. Everything else is too big and a bit too expensive. If you're interstate and you wanna put stuff on hold to come and pick it up, I'm happy to do that. Happy to work something out with you. But other than that, hope you guys enjoy the items for sale, and I'll be chatting to you soon. Again, just email bonsaiworks@gmail.com and I'll give you the price list. Thanks for watching. See you next time.